Oh, we rolling? We rolling, boys? This is it. This is it. This is a fucking guide that you guys have all been waiting for. The fucking super hot assassin versus summoner guide. Oh, so firstly, I want to credit being able to defeat summoners and a lot of sins in EU. Being able to defeat summoners, thank you to the guide that Zukanya, my guild member from SlackerInc, came up with. And I don't know between who told him or if he came up with it by himself, but regardless, he's got this wonderful guide that is wonderful build that is just mwah, to fight summoners. So I definitely want to credit him, give him credit for that, and I will leave his stream in the description so you guys can check it out. He's just a fucking god at fighting summoners. So next I want to answer a question that I get all the time, and that's, Lyle, do you stream? No. I live in a ghetto part of town, and I have ghetto-ass internet. And frankly, between work, school, fucking bitches, doing prostitutes, drugs, and music, I have no fucking time for it. And also, but you know, I do have addictions I have to fund, so I might think about it. But yeah, so also I have to go and update some of the older vids because shit changed, and some of them are a little outdated. So yeah, let's go talk about summoners though. And as you know, and as you've raged enough, and in chat and fucking forums and everywhere else, you know how hard this matchup is. But a lot of it's because we're not educated, and this is the point of my guides, is to teach you how to defeat them. But you have to have this mindset about fighting summoners. Unlike other classes, when you walk into arena with them, you play to kill your opponent. But in this matchup, you play to survive. You poke, you run, and you do damage when it's safe to do damage. Other than that, you just fucking peace out, homie. So yeah, so let's get to this wonderful fucking talent tree build that Zukanya came up with, and let's teach you what you need to fucking kill those little fucking rats. All right, so welcome to our talent tree section. So we're gonna start with our assassin build. So we're gonna start with 2 points into our tab escape. Why 2 points this time? Because very similar to LBMs, we want to get out of the suppress and seize. So this is when, and the suppress that summoners have is the cat mount. So you've probably seen it, you've felt it. When that cat mounts you, that's like 12 seconds, sorry, it's 10 seconds, where you're just getting wailed on by some fire cannon. Nope, no thank you, not for me. That's why we take 2 points, we get out of here. Then we're going to take, again, like we take always, is 3 point into our sneak or infiltrate, our 1 stealth. Then we're going to grab 4 points into our RB. You always want this again against everyone. You grab 1 point into your Lotus Fury, your Lotus Dance, and you're going to grab 2 points into your Shadowless Step as well to refresh your stealth. Now this is usually your core that you have against everyone, but here we're going to change it up. We're going to change it up because we need to fight summoners so distinctly in such a manner that I actually had to go buy a new tab on my skill trees. I had to go buy another tab because you have to change so many things for this matchup that is just so hard to do in 30 seconds. So I bought another skill tree tab that allows me to swap to this spec. So this is your core against most of the classes. You'll have these things, except for obviously the 2 points into your tab escape. But here's now where we change it up specifically for fighting summoners. Now because you spend so much time PvEing them, you're going to take 2 points into your lightning kill, your lightning pierce. This gives you some big dig deeps when you're PvEing them in stealth. Then we're going to grab 2 points into our Shadow Train. Now this is a PvE ability, and good thing we're PvEing. And what it does is that when a target is poisoned, it refreshes your stealth from to 6 seconds, and it gives you back 15 chi, 16 chi, sorry, 15 chi over 5 seconds. That's a lot of chi, and that's a lot of damage that you can pump out if you get this going. But remember, it's an ability and it procs a hit. So if they use your Dandelion, you they're with decoy, you will proc it, and then they will go into stealth, and you're coming out of stealth because you were banking on refreshing the stealth off of this, and you're in a lot of trouble. So be really careful and land it. Make sure they got the poison and that they haven't used their decoy, and then hit that ability. Next, we're going to grab 3 points into our Poison Breath to stack them poisons up, man. That's how we win this matchup, by PvEing and stacking those poisons. Then we're going to grab 2 points, because we're stacking poisons, into our grenade, your poison grenade that you throw. Another PvE ability, and well, that's the name of the game, baby, is collect that daily quest, kill the summoner. So then we're going to grab, usually we do 2 points into our smoke screen for the chi regeneration and the deflecting projectiles, but here we're going to grab 3 points because it gives us health back when we're sitting in it. So if you want to tank some damage, if you're all the way on the other side of the map, you want to regenerate a bit of health, drop that grenade and sit in it. Frankly, I've played with this, and I can't really find anywhere else that I would take this 1 point, because there's only 1 point left at the end of the day in this build, and I can't seem to find a better place to put it. I actually don't find myself spending too much time sitting in the smoke screen because I need to regen health. I use it primarily because I need to deflect projectiles. But, you know, it's here. Bit of health sustain doesn't hurt, especially if you're in a bad spot and you're stuck. So just drop that down, get a little bit of health back. Then we grab and this is what really made or broke this this build, and this is what was so ingenious about it that Zucania came up with, and it was, instead of 3 points into our Lotus Escape, we put 4. And what 4 does is that it reduces the cooldown by 15 seconds when it's used when when we're not stunned or dazed. And in this matchup, it's so important running away and relocating that you use this so often to run away. And it's just like, it's so nice. It's just incredible, and just, oh, wonderful, wonderful idea that he came up with. And I just love everything about this. So yeah, then we have one last point. Oh yes, so usually we have 1 point into our Lotus Dance for resistant to immune. We're going to put 2 points because, as you can see, 2 points heals the user for 20% of the damage dealt, and it also heals for 2% of health on resist. And when you're fighting December, you get hit a lot. You get hit by so many things, and it just helps so much getting a little bit of health back and just sustaining, and really, really nice. So I recommend grabbing 2 points here. And now you're down to 2 points, last 2 points left. And this is up for you to decide. You can either go with 2 points into your Dazed Shadow Shuriken, or you can go into 2 points into your 8-meter Q. Now this is a personal preference. I've been practicing with the 8-meter Q, but you can also use this. I have, in the tips and tricks section, I show you 2 situations where you can use both of these. Both of these, by I mean using the Shadow Shuriken with the Daze and without the Daze. So yeah. So this is the beautiful Zucania build that he came up with to fight summoners, and it's like really, really effective. If you play it right, you have the it's got all the tools you need for the type of game, the way that you're going to be playing against these summoners. So it's really, really nice. Recommended to you guys. So now let's go look at what moves you got to watch out for from summoners. So here we go. Here's a general summoner build against Assassin. This was given to us by Colorized, a really good summoner on EU. A really good summoner. Oh, he's a summoner. No, he's actually really, really good as far as summoners go. So we're going to start with the mount. Now, you guys have known it. You guys have tasted it. This is what we tab escape out of. When you are blocking, when you are in any when you are stunned in any kind of CC, dazed, knocked down, they can mount you. The pet mounts you. The pet mounts you for what's it called? It disables your it suppresses you for 5 seconds, and then they reproc it again, and it's just 10 seconds where you're getting wailed on. Nope, not for me, not for you. Get out of there with tab, as I said. And next we have the Pentaslash Pounce. So now this is this ability, you'll see the cat and it will jet around at you, but it will stun you only after 2 consecutive hits. So if you see it hit you once, you see bam bam, then what's it called? You can Q or get ready. You can Q and E and SS would block and try to iframe that ability and protect yourself from. But you know, it's like the other classes that have a Pentaslash 5-point strike. You really can't do much about it most of the time because you don't have that legendary woodblock immunity, your decoy immunity. So you just gotta outplay it. Then we have Curl. Now Curl takes the pet, and the pet gets on the ground and holds itself and covers his head and just holds himself there. And now this goes on for 5 seconds. In these 5 seconds, when the pet is curled, they take 90% reduced damage and heal for 2% of its health whenever they take damage. So you can't do a goddamn fucking thing to him. And don't waste time into him. If you see it, stop attacking him. If you're trying to kill the pet, if that's kind of what you want to do, put some pressure on the pet, which is completely viable. When you see him, put his head down. Don't touch him. You can't stun him. You can't do a damn thing to him. You can't proc poison on him. He is completely resistant to everything. But what you can do is you can play around this. And I'll show you in the tips and tricks section. When he crouches down, he's got a back and a front, just like any player. And you can sneak behind him. You can swap him and then sneak and then get into stealth, infiltrate and get into stealth. So there's things you can do and play around this. So remember that. But yeah, it's 5 seconds long. The cooldown is 9 seconds, so you have 4 seconds to DPS if you're actually going to try to put some damage onto the pet. So when you see him get up, put a little bit of damage into it if you find yourself that you're in that situation. Next is your E, the Foxtail. It recalls the pet. So when the summoner and the pet are separated, he can recall the pet, and the pet will jump to him and will land, and it will do an, and when he lands, it does a damage and an AoE blast that will take you out of stealth. And every 60 seconds, it will actually knock you down and daze you. But the dazing only happens after 60 seconds. But it does. But they can do that seemingly endlessly, whenever the hell they want. It says 30 seconds here, but I don't believe that's particularly correct. They can do it whenever the hell they want. It's near infinite. But yeah, so how we play around this, and I'll show you again in the tips and tricks section, is to take a step back. It's only a 3-meter blast radius, and I know when you're PvEing them, you're literally on top of them. But when he gets out of curl, or if they're separated, and finally the summoner uses it, and you can see the animation. He holds his little fucking faggot wand above his head. And then the pet will come to him. So take a step back, move away for a second, then move back in. Then we have the Morning Glory. This is the ability that you cry about. This is the ability that I cried about. This is the ability that every assassin, when they started out, cried about. You cried about it on forums, you cried about it, you pull your hair out over it. I completely understand. This is the ability that you hate the most. Their Morning Glory Drain. This is the flower that they put above your head, and this lasts 5 seconds. In these 5 seconds, when you go into stealth, it pulls you right out of it. So how do we play around this? What you do is that you run away and drop targeting. When you drop targeting, this ability stops. It stops once you drop. So how we work around this, and I will show you again later on in the guide, is you SS and you RB bolt the fuck away. And when you do that, then it drops and you're safe to. If you manage to get back into stealth, you are completely safe. You won't get pulled out and raped, just like all the other times when you can't work around this, when you're not able to get away. So yeah, remember, really important part: drop targeting, and it lasts 5 seconds. So when you see this, count in your head. If you can't SS and RB away and drop targeting, then count your head to 5 seconds. If you have the buffer time with your C, Qs, wood blocks, SS, whatever the fuck you have at your disposal, It's 5 seconds long. So as it's about to end, you can drop a swap on them, and then it will drop, and you can sneak for free into stealth behind them. And you can do it on a pet, you can do it on a summoner. So 5 seconds, boys. The next thing is their root. Now, this is an ability. Again, it's a basic root. Lasts for 8 seconds. You can you can get out of it by SSing, or you can wood block. You can decoy one of the abilities, incoming abilities, and it will take you out. It will move you behind. You know, get you out of there. Now, how we work. Now, another thing that's so important about why we put 4 points into our flower is that we can get out of this for free. If we have to get out of Morning Glory by SSing and RBing away, a lot of summoners will see that we don't have our SS and go, hey, look, this guy doesn't have an SS. He doesn't have a way to get out of the root. I'm going to root him. But then we have our flower. And because it's not a stunner daze, we get a reduced 15 seconds on the cooldown. So really, really, really strong part of that 4 points in the flower is also helping you out with this ability. So again, then there's your heal, your friendship. It creates it's a 24-second heal, heals them for 20% of the familiar's health, and it gives it to the summoner. Now the pet has about 28,000 health. So 10% of that is 2,800. Double that, 20% is what? Just 5,600. It's 2,800, yes, 5,600 heal. So that's a nice little heal on a 24-second cooldown. That's pretty solid, and it gives them also a 5% of the summoner's HP as a little shield. So, you know, some serious sustain that they got going. That's why we can't really it's very hard to kill them, but it's easier for us to do a lot of damage to them, and then playing for time and just surviving and then letting the time run out and winning by damage dealt. So then they have a multitude of CC. They've got their little hammer from their goddamn pets. Really fucking annoying. 18-second cooldown. Then they've got a knockdown, 18-second cooldown from their pet. What else do they have? Yeah, and then what else do we got going here? Oh yeah, so our chestnut burr. So the chestnut burr is this AoE field on the ground, and you'll see it in videos later on. It's green, and what it does. I'm lip smacking. I'm sorry. There was somebody in somebody in the comments who didn't want me to lip smack anymore. I'm trying. I'm sorry, but yeah. So the chestnut, it's an AoE field on the ground, and when you're in it, you can't use any defending abilities, nor can you use any dashing abilities. So it's a shitty place to be. So you want to SS, get out of there, use your flower, whatever you want to do. Just you don't want to be in that circle. So yeah. Then we last but not least, actually no, we got one more thing. Actually two. Is their dandelion. Very similar to our decoy, our wood block, except it's way better. Way fucking better. If you get proc, they also go immune for 1.5 seconds. So if we use, they won't get instantly pulled out by the next breeze, what's it called, a fresh breeze of air, or anything that happens. It goes their way for 1.5 seconds after getting in stealth. Also, it doesn't work like ours. When they don't go behind the target. So when we block an ability, when we decoy an ability, we go behind the enemy that we just dodged an ability, blocked an ability from. They don't, and that's why when somebody is stealth, an enemy that isn't showing up is dealing damage to them, and they hit the dandelion, they go stealth in place where they were, the place that they got hit, and it procced their decoy. So it's infinitely better than ours. But eventually we'll get our Hungman skills, and we're gonna have an immunity once we go into stealth too, and our legendary skills later on. And yep, then we have pollen. This is the exact same as 3 points into our smoke grenade. The exact same ability. They sit in it. We don't use your shadow shurikens, don't use your poison shurikens because they will get blocked, and you can't even swap them because that's a projectile as well. So know that, see it. It's very faint, but you can see the buff on their bar at the top. you can see the buff, and just know that you can't do those abilities. You can't use those abilities when they're sitting in that. Yeah, and that would be all. Excellent. So let's jump into the tips and tricks section. Let's teach you some tricks of the trade on how to defeat some summoners. So welcome to the tips and tricks section. Like all of my guides, I start with openers as your first topic. Now you got two openers against summoners. The first of this is your perfect opener. This is the flawless opener, and let's roll the clip and let's show you. So firstly, you want to put your flower down. You jump in the air, put your flower down, and your RB into stealth. Now I do want you to note something. If the summoner is running at you, they can hold their flower, their dandelion, and you can RB teleport to it, and it will proc the dandelion, which is their counter, their decoy. So be wary of that. And if you can, every time you're out of stealth, you want to use your RB on the cat, because the cat will not put the if you RB to the cat, it will not put the summoner in stealth. So be mindful of that, and whenever you're out of combat, try to go to the cat instead. The next opener is a not perfect opener. And what summoners can do is that when you're gliding in the air and you RB teleporting to them, they can mash their morning glory, the flower above your head that takes you out of stealth, and they can proc it on you while you're RBing teleporting to them and trying to go into stealth. So if that happens, again, I'm going to roll the clip. This is what you do to work around it. So I'll go, drop my flower, I RB into stealth, oh, morning glory's on me, I SS and RB away. The pet stunned me, I V'd away from that, and now he doesn't have morning glory, and now I know that the next time I go into stealth, I'm going to be able to do a lot of pressure, put out a lot of damage and pressure, and here you go, as you can see. So our next topic is just textbook uses of cooldowns. So as I explained before, we always have something for what they do. So we're going to start this matchup, and as I showed you, we put down our flower, RB into stealth, morning glory's on us, we SS, RB away. Now he caught up, and he used, and of course, any summoner is going to do this. I don't have SS, he's going to catch up, he's going to use his root, his vine. Now what do we do when he has vine? We V away. And then the pet comes, he mounts us, and we tab escape out of that. So that's a lot of cooldowns that he just used, and we counter them with our cooldowns, and now we can apply some pressure. So here we work around the morning glory, and as soon as it's gone, as we drop the target, we go to apply some pressure. So I'm in this situation, he applies morning glory, I SS and RB away, drops because I came out of our targeting range, and I swap him, and now I apply some big damage and big pressure. So very simple. For my next trick is using a sweet shin hook kick. And now in this clip, I just killed the cat, and I can't let this little rat away from me. So he caught me in a situation where I didn't really have anything to get to him or get into stealth, because now he doesn't have a cat. I can't abuse the cat's animation, and I don't have my wood block, so I can't cue the cat, and I don't have my wood block, and I don't have my tab switch up either. So what am I going to do? I do see he has a poison stack on him, and I have my sneak, boom, come in, sneak right up into his face, drop that kick to the mouth, and get into stealth, drop some PvE damage. So for my next tip, and that's if you're using the X Shadow Shuriken that dazes. Now the match just started here, and I got a perfect opener, but I didn't put down my flower, so that's not really a perfect opener. Don't do that. I'm bad. Make sure you put down your flower. Anyway, so I'm in stealth, and he's using his dandelion, as you can see right here. So perfect. I'm gonna wait his dandelion out. I'm gonna hit him with a whole bunch of fucking shit. So here we go. I put the poisons, drop the 2 poisons. I'm gonna go for some PV. I use my 3 to get to prolong my stealth, but my 1 didn't work. So here I saw that he used his dandelion, and he used his curl on his cat in the corner of his screen. The cat's now on the ground, so now the cat's stuck there for 5 seconds. And you know how they say, when the cat's asleep, the mice play, right? So now I got 5 seconds to do shit. So here we go. I'm going to proc that Shadow Shuriken, kick him in the air, do a little bit of deeps, drop a poison, SS, go back into stealth, hit him with some more fucking deeps. So that's a nice use of your Shadow Shuriken daze. So transversely, if you're not using the daze on the Shadow Shuriken, then this is how you would use your Shadow Shuriken that doesn't daze. So a match has started out. I got into stealth, and I'm putting a little bit of work into this summoner. So let's roll it. I've dropped some poisons. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna prolong my stealth with my 3. So now I'm gonna hit him with some PV. My 1 didn't work for some stupid reason. I'm gonna give it a second. I'm gonna X and I kick him in the back of the head and get back into stealth again. So that is one of the uses, and that's how you can use your Shadow Shuriken if you are not speccing for the daze safely. Now again, as I told you, the foxtail is when the summoner brings his pet and it calls the pet to him, and it does a blast wave around where you're trying to PvE them and you're on top of their face, and it takes you out of stealth. So here I just worked around a Morning Glory, ISS, as you can see, and ISS and RB'd away, and they're on cooldown, and I managed to get into stealth after. So I rolled a clip. So I'm going to roll the clip. I'm trying to assess the situation. I don't think I can DPS safely, so I'm going to move away. So he's out of his pollen here, no Morning Glory, and I DPS. And here, I swap him, I lay it on him. So he tries to use his Dandelion, and I stun him. So I go for some more DPS. And out of that, he's going to call his pet, and I'm going to back that ass up, baby. I'm going to step away from that shit, because I ain't getting taken out of stealth. So there you go. Be mindful of that. When the pet and the summoner are separated, he can do that. When they're on top of each other, you don't have to worry about that. So we don't have to worry about that. So just fucking lay it in them. So, yep, there we go. So DPS safely. So for my final topic in the tips and tricks section, we've got using the cat animations to your advantage. So since the cat, is another player and can go to platinum by himself, as you guys already know, you want to outplay the cat as well. So here, as I explained before, so I'm going to roll the clip. As I explained before, the cat can use his curl, and when he curls, he goes into the ground, and you can't take damage. So I try to DPS the cat, and the cat goes into curl. So now I can't do anything to it for the next 5 seconds, but I know it's locked in place. So now I can't do anything. So I'm not in a safe position to DPS safely. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to get back into stealth. So I'm going to move behind the cat, come out of stealth, give it a second, and then I sneak right into that. Fucking slip right in there, baby, and get into stealth. Now I can go fucking do some shit. Here we go. Fucking lay it on him. Ah, fuck that shit. Stupid RB. Anyways, so yeah, that's for sneaking and using a pet to your advantage. For the next way that we can use the cat to our advantage is with our swap. So here, I messed up and I put the summoner in stealth, and I'm coming out of stealth. Now the summoner also is going to use his pollen. So as you can see, when I pause, that the summoner, if you look at his bar, his health bar, he's got the pollen buff on him, so I can't swap him. But the pet doesn't, so I can swap the pet. So here we go. I'm going to come out of stealth. I'm going to swap the pet, use my 1, sneak right in there, and now I'm just going to lay it onto this idiot. So for my next trick is to use your Q on cat abilities to go into stealth. So here I'm going to roll this clip, and the Morning Glory is here. I'm trying to wait it out with my C immune. So I get out of it, and now I got back into stealth. So he pulls me out because I stepped on the fucking burst because I'm an idiot, because when I showed up behind him, he was sitting on that thing, so sucks. So I try to go swap him here, and he uses his Dandelion, so he goes into stealth. So I'm like, fuck. So here we go. I'm in trouble. I've got really nothing to help me. So I dropped my smoke grenade just to give me a little bit of healing, and now the pet was in curl the whole time. Now I know that when the pet gets up, he's gonna come and hit me in the mouth. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna wait. Boom, right there. Drop that Q on that pet when I see that pet come in. So watch the pet, guys. Watching the pet's really, really important. And I kill the fucking pet, and there we go. It's just me and this moron now. And last but not least, and the most simplest in all the ways that we can abuse the cat animation, is with a woodblock. The cat has a set pattern of auto attack timers when it comes in, it charges at you, runs after you, and attacks you. So use that to your advantage. So here we go. He puts Morning Glory on me, runs away. I see the cat running at me. Woodblock it. Drop a little bit of DPS on the cat because he's not in curl. You know what I'm saying? Keep that pressure up. So there you go, boys. That's it. So as we close up the tips and tricks section, welcome to the commentary section. So we're going to start it out with 2 games where a prime example on how to roast a summoner real good, how to cook that rat. So here we go. Let's start this one out. And again, every opener, you drop your flower, go into stealth. So here's a perfect opener. So here this summoner specs with bomb. So wait for it. It's got a big wide area. I waited for it. He's also sitting in his pollen. So I'm not going to use my Shadow Shuriken here. He thinks he's safe from like poison procs or like poke damage. But your grenade goes through this shit. So toss that grenade, do a little bit of damage, get that poison rolling. So, but save your Shadow Shuriken. So here we go. Drop the grenade, and I'm going to use my my Shadowless Step to keep maintain pressure and get back into stealth. So as the pollen ended, I use my Shadow Shuriken, get that extra stack of poison, refresh the poison, and I see that I can't DPS safely, so I'm going to move away. Also guys, make sure you move away from your flower. Don't play in the same place with your flower, because that's where you want to run to when you're in trouble. So I run away, I get out of combat, and I go right back at it, boys. So here we go. I got a little bit of time to PvE. Let's see who we can drop some damage onto. So the summon, I was DPSing summoner, and I stunned him. So I can't DPS safely because my stealth is running out, and I don't have a poison proc to apply to continue to use my Shadow Drain and refresh my stealth. So I'm going to step away for a second, drop a swap, and put in some work. So look at the damage in that second. So I didn't back that ass up when he was standing away from his pet, because I got a little greedy. So make sure you remember that. Take a little side step away. But I got caught out of stealth. Here he uses his Morning Glory, and I run away from it. I drop targeting, as you can see that the Morning Glory is no longer on me. And here we go. The pet tries to use an ability, and I would block it. I stack some poisons, and I run. He's sitting in his pollen. Fuck him. I can't swap him. Ain't no skin off my back. I'm just going to get out of combat, run back in there. I targeted the cat when I ran back in there, just in case he uses Dandelion on it. So here we go. He uses Dandelion. Gonna do some deeps. Oh, he uses bomb. And now he has his Morning Glory. So what do? You can either run, or you can use your abilities and kind of buffer some time. So here, I SS, I run away. But it didn't work out so well for me, because he was still kind of close. So I drop a swap and I get the cap by accident. So I try to go into stealth, but that didn't work out. Here he uses his Dandelion, and I hit into it because I'm an idiot, but I managed to go into stealth nonetheless. So here we go. I knew he just uses Dandelion, so I've got some time. I use my Shadowless Step to renew my stealth, and I use my 1 to renew my stealth and get some chi back again on the pet. Here we go. I get a stealth, I drop the swap, and I back that ass up. Remember, back it up, boys. Chuck a grenade. There's a Morning Glory, and I'm just gonna tab out of the mount. So now he used his LB, that little purple, that little pink thing, and you can woodblock that. So I used it. I used my woodblock on it, but the pet came out and mounted me too fast. So that was really unfortunate. So here he sees me, dazed me, and I'm just gonna use my flower. Get out of that. So I'm gonna buffer some time with my C. I waste an ability on there, waste shit on there, but here he messes up and hits my ground counter. So here we go. Everyone's fairly low. The pet's really fucking low. Drop a grenade. Now the pet's curling. Okay, pet's curling. He's over there. What can I do? He's in pollen. I try to get out of combat, but the pet then dashes to me. So you know what? Fuck it. Let's kill the pet. He wants to get out of curl. Let's just kill him. So I killed the pet, and because I applied so much pressure between the two, he uses Dandelion and his Morning Glory, and here he tries to revive the pet in my face. I'm not letting that happen. So I get in his face, I drop a dirty Q on his ability, trying to get back some chi. Nope, not going to let him. And then I use my Shadowless Step to stun him and get back into stealth. So he uses Tab Escape. Here we go. I stun him again, drop a swap, hit him with a stun, do the deeps, dead. Don't mind me just looking at kitty cats. Oh, it's a kitty cat. Oh, I want the kitty cat. Where were we? Anyway, so yes, next match is some prime example of how to put that pressure on both the cat and the summoner. So here we go. Not the perfect opener, but let's get out of there. Mounts me. Fucking tab bug. Whatever. So I get up. Ooh. Cat tries to swipe. Drop a Q on that. Get my poison stacks. Oh, there's a bomb. I move away. But for some reason, fucking radius. Bullshit. Anyways, drop some dirty PvE. And the cat hits me again because I didn't back that ass up. So my flower's down. I gotta run here. I gotta use some abilities, get back in stealth. Oh, so I timed my Q right when the morning glory was about to fall off. And I got back into stealth. I couldn't DPS safely, so I'm running away. So here we go. Get out of combat, onto the cat. For some reason he got me, and now morning glory's on me again. So what do you gotta do? You gotta run, boys. Here you go. Try to run as far as you can. And I got out, dropped targeting, cat charged me, would block it, decoy, get in stealth. So always drop a little bit of damage onto the cat once you would block or Q one of his abilities because he's not in curl. So drop like an RBF, RB onto the cat. So here we go. Do some deeps, drop the PvE, and he uses bomb again. So the cat stuns me, and I have to get out of it because he mounted me. So here we go. Use my Q. Morning glory's on me. I'm trying to run away as much as I can. I'm going to wait it out, and there we go. I dropped the swap right as the morning glory is about, so it's on me for that last second. I dropped the swap, and then as soon as it came off, boom, I sneak right into stealth. So here we go. Drop the poison bomb on both, and I'm going to wait. I saw his dandelion. I waited his dandelion, and used my 3 to get back into stealth. Now here I don't have any chi, but I do have 1 poison proc and 1 chi that's enough for use my shadow drain. I got on him, I used my shadow drain, and I got to refresh my stealth and get back a lot of chi. So things didn't go well. He used the bomb again and he knocked me down. So and he uses morning glory now, so I have to run away. So I'm running away some more. Morning glory's off. And there we go. Morning glory was off, but I got, for some reason, showed up fucking behind them, and then the pet fucking AI whipped me and knocked me down with some bullshit. But then the pet was in one corner and I was in the other corner behind somewhere on the ground, and he hit into my ground counter because he's an idiot. So here we go. Drop some deeps. I'm in stealth. Put a poison onto the pet, and he's in curl. You know what? He wants to stand over there. That's fine with me. Get out of combat. Get into stealth. Fucking cat, man. I don't know how he's doing that. So here we go. Cat uses his Penta Slash. I Q it. And now I buffer some time because morning glory is on me. I use my wood block. I get mounted. And here we go. I had to escape. And let's put some deeps. So it looks like I wasn't able to DPS safely. So I'm just going to run away. That's fine. Get out of combat again. And here we go. Back at it. Some PvE. The pet's curled. So the pet's not going to interfere with anything. He used his dandelion, perfect. I'm going to get out and swap. Nope, he uses his pollen, so I couldn't swap him. All right, fine. What do I do here? Pet ran at me. I was scared of a morning glory, and he used an ability, and I wood blocked it. Simple. I use my 3 to refresh my stealth. There's a bomb, so I'm going to move away, make sure I don't get hit by a bomb. Excellent. Now I just keep PvEing, baby. Drop it. Look at this damage. Look at it. They both fucking died at the same goddamn time. Oh, love it. Fucking, that's how you roast a fucking rat, boys. Oh, feels good. Fuck yeah. So for the next game, another standard game against this other summoner. So here we go. Start the match out. I didn't put my flower down. I'm an idiot. Make sure you put your flower down. So so I waited out his dandelion. As soon as I got into stealth, I dropped a grenade on it because grenade doesn't proc their dandelion. So I waited their dandelion out, and I used my 3 to get back into stealth, prolong my stealth. So he's got poison stacks, and I want to use my 1. For some reason, my 1 didn't work. Whatever, my shadow didn't even work. So here we go. I see the pet curl. This is just like the tips and tricks section. See the pet curl? I'm playing with the stun days. Here we go, boys. Boom. Lay it on him. Hit him with it. Drop a moths. Get back into stealth. Do some more damage. So, can't DPS safely. I'm just going to run away. He morning glory right when I wanted to swap. So, I'm just going to have to buffer. I'm going to use my flower to run away. Pet uses his Penta Slash, his 5-point strike. I got to buffer more time. So he stays me. You know what? Fuck it. I got to tab escape. Even if he didn't mount me. I just got to keep this pressure going. So here we go. Get back behind him. DPS him. You know what? I'm in a bad spot, but Oh, what the fuck? Was that his front or his back? Ah, stupid fucking cat. So morning glory on me again. I gotta do something about this. I mess up and hit the cat because that's my ex was on there. Oh, thankfully, as soon as the cat was getting up from his curl, I saw it and I wood blocked in time. So here we go. As you can see, the summoner is not in pollen. Summoner is not in pollen. I have my shadow drain. I have some poisonous blocks. Let's see. I'm gonna go in. Nope, he's not gonna use his dandelion. So I'm just gonna drop a shadow shuriken and run. So here's the pet. He's chasing me like an idiot. What the fuck is he doing? So I'm gonna drop some damage on the pet. Did some deeps, and then he went to curl. So now I can do something. So the pet's in curl. Gonna go behind him, but he gets up and fucking morning glory. God damn it. So there it is. I run away, and now the pet mounted me. So he mounts me. I'm gonna run. Morning glory falls off just in time. Perfect. So I get behind, and I'm sitting on the fucking birds because I'm an idiot. So here we go. Thankfully, he's just hit into all my decoys. And the pet had Stacker Poison, so I got to proc my 1 drain off of that, do a lot of damage, and now Morning Glory's on me again. I have to buffer some time for me not to get hit. So here we go. Ooh, pet's coming in. Pet was coming in. I was in a bit of trouble. I had nothing left. So the pet came in just in tips and tricks session, and I Q it. So here it drops some damage on the pet because he's not curled. Now he's curled. So I'm going to drop the grenade. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Oh, I was a little too early. And now finally the pet is dead. So it's just me and this moron. So he's got the morning glory. I run away again. I'm going to wait. Drop the swap. Ooh, hit him with it, baby. Done. So for the next match that I'm going to do commentary on is a match that was quite difficult because I made a lot of mistakes. I got caught in some bad situations. Things didn't go my way. So this is troubleshooting 101. So here we go. Let's roll the clip. And we're going to start the match out. And we're going to drop our flower. But we're not going to have a normal opener. So I couldn't go into stealth. So I'm going to SS away, drop a swap. Here we go. So I'm going to watch, and I'm going to watch. He didn't use his dandelion, and then I used my two poisons, and then I was waiting. I had to refresh myself, so I used it. I used my 3 to refresh my stealth, and he countered it. But for some reason, so he came right out. I don't know why, and I started doing some damage. My 1 didn't work. It didn't refresh me. Happens. So here we go. I'm going to have to move away. So I move away, I make him think that I'm going to run away and get out of combat, and I show up behind him because I'm not using my Day Shadow Shuriken, and I kick him in the back of the head because he had a poison proc, get back into stealth. Excellent. So I'm going to do some damage here, and he goes to Dandelion, and I stun him. So I'm going to move away, and here's Morning Glory. Alright, fuck, not a good place to be caught. So here we go, I'm going to use abilities, going to buffer some time, and fuck, the pet goes crouch when I was ready for his next ability, his next attack. So that's really shitty. So here we go. I had to tab escape. Pet got brought back. Okay, drop my poisons. Excellent. I'm not in the best spot. Ooh, I wanted to swap to get back into stealth, but nope. He uses his counter. Really good timing by him, and now I'm in a bit of trouble. So the cat mounts me. Ooh, Morning Glory on me. Cat mounted, no tab. Fuck, that was a lot of fucking damage. So here we go. I'm trying to get behind him. I had my Shadow Shuriken proc. I tried to get behind him and get a kick, but he was moving around. Fuck, I couldn't get to him, and by the time he realized, he uses Dandelion and got in stealth. Shit, not how I want it to be. So thankfully, the pet came to me, and I wood blocked it. So now he's sitting in pollen. And I'm going to do damage. I'm going to save my X. My 1 finally worked, and here I lay on the damage that he laid onto me. So here we go. Drop the stun at the end of my combo because I wanted to kick him in the air. He had so little health. I was going to kick him in the air and do an aerial combo. But he had his tab escape. So luckily now I have my tab coming up soon. I have my flower. I can work around this. I can do something. I drop a swap, but it lands on his pet. Fuck, there's Morning Glory. I'm not in a good spot. I'm not in a good spot. So I tried to use my RB. Instead of running away and getting away from the Morning Glory, I tried to use it to execute the guy because he only has 2,000 health left. Didn't work out because he countered it. So fuck, dude, that could have cost me the game. So the cat sting crouch. I try to buffer some time. You know what? I'm just going to have to run away here. Run away. He's coming in, he's coming in, he's coming in, he's coming in. Drop a swap. Fuck, the Morning Glory again. So I move away. Ooh, got in stealth. Morning Glory fell. Thankfully, I got my 3 up as well. I'm gonna wait. Perfect. Get back into stealth. Drop some deeps. He uses his fucking heal. That ain't enough, baby. That ain't enough. Oh, fuck. Daddy. Shit, shit. I got my X. I got my X. I got my X. I got my X. Later, bitch. And that's how you work around it, boys. So the last section, the last commentary that I'm going to do is going to be on a match type that you're probably going to encounter the most, and that is playing for time, playing for survive. So we're going to go for time in this game. It's not something I want to go out of my way to do. You just want to play to survive, but if it happens like this, it happens. So here we go. It wasn't the best opener. I drop a swap and go onto the cat. Do some damage because he's not in curl, and here we go. So I'm going to wait. He's in pollen. Okay, he's not going to use his dandelion, and I refresh myself with my 3. So I get knocked out by a sunflower cannon, and I get knocked out by a sunflower cannon, and he morning glories me. So I'm going to buffer some time with my pentaslash, and then I SS, and I try to RB away, but I fucking hit the wall, so I didn't go anywhere. So here we go, fucking Morning Glory's fucking railing on me. I drop a swap, finally it's over, and do some damage. I back that ass up so I don't get hit. And you know what, I can't DPS safely, so I'm just going to run away. Just run away, drop my flower. I'm going to try to get out of combat. Here we go. Get out of combat, onto the summoner, should have been on the pet, and I use my grenade, stack that poison. So he's sitting in pollen right now. Fuck him. Screw it, he can sit there. So here we go, get out of combat again. Onto the pet. Pollen's gone. Do some deeps. Here we go. I hit fucking his thing. Fucking dumb shit. He put Morning Glory, and I got right out of it. So I show up behind him with my Shadow Shuriken, kick him to get back into stealth, and his fucking pet. Fucking pet. But Morning Glory's gone, and I go for a swap, but stupid pet, stupid AI, fucking hitting me while I'm doing shit. So here we go. I use my 3 to refresh my stealth, and I hit his counter because my RB didn't turn into to a guard break. Morning Glory's on me. I gotta try to stall for time. Fortunately, it didn't work out, and I got mounted. Sucks, but as soon as I got back up, he had a sunflower cannon coming in, and I Q it. So it's really nice, thankfully. Drop a poison, go for the deets. Nice, my 1 finally worked. That's what I wanted. Oh, my fucking tab escaped. So the pet's up, the pet's out. Let's run away. Here we go. Got out of combat, drop my flower. Let's go. Here's a grenade. Use my poisons. Can't DPS safely. And I saw his dandelion, but then fuck, man. Like I thought I timed it right, but I obviously didn't. I used my X and I wanted to kick him to get back into stealth. Didn't work. So he goes to stealth, comes out, Morning Glories me. Oh, I'm in a shit spot. So here we go. I go to my flower SS, and then the pet was coming towards me, and I go to Q it, but then he recalled the pet, which was really nice. But I saw that, I swapped him, did some damage, and now we're back to square one. I'm going to run away, survive. So here we go, get out of combat, go into stealth, drop a grenade. So I'm going to wait, I have my 3 up, I'm going to wait, here we go. Get back into stealth, do some damage. Got my 1 up too, ooh, here we go. Fuck, man, stupid dandelion. If only if it was like Assassins, where you can't do much when somebody's fucking wailing on you. So here's a Morning Glory, and I'm in a bad spot. I can't go anywhere, so I'm going to use my flower, and then I'm going to use my C to buffer some time. But damn, his pet, he curled his pet, so his pet's not doing anything. So what I try to do is use my moths and get a poison on the pet, and then kick the pet. But he's in curl, so nothing works. So he resists all that bullshit. Fuck that idiot. So somehow I managed to get back into stealth with wood blocking one of the abilities. And here I didn't back that ass up. So I tried, they're both on top, and we're kind of in a corner, so we're in a tough spot. He didn't have his dandelion at that moment, so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to use a 4, I'm going to stun both him and his pet, I'm going to step away for a second, and use my tap swap. Didn't work out because he didn't get stunned, so I try to go for a tap swap still, but he Morning Glories me. Damn it. So I got an SS, got to run away as far as I can, run away. Excellent, it's off of me. Perfect, here we go. Get back behind, and I tried to do it, but I didn't have a poison, and fuck, man, like, it didn't work out, but thankfully, only 1 second left. There we go. Game's over. Now the rule of thumb is if I'm alive, 1, and he has near the same health as me, then you're gonna win. So 43k health, I have 43k worth. I have 43k health. That's my total health. But I have 13k health left. So that's all the healing that I did, which was that much. And I know he heals for a shitload more. There you go. And that's playing for time. So to end my commentary section, and last but not least, I hope that you guys are able to dunk on summoners so hard and make their life so miserable and make them so frustrated that because you're styling on them so hard, they just give up. Just like this nerd. GG's guys, go out and kill some rats. So as my final goodbye to you, I hope you guys really enjoyed the guide. I know you guys have been waiting for this one, and I'm glad I can bring it to you. I'm now approaching 400 subs, and I think it's great. And I just wanted to let you guys know that it really makes my day when I'll be hanging around, I'll be doing quests or whatnot, or just saying something in arena chat, and someone will say like, "Hey, Vile," or someone will walk around and be like, "Yo, is that Vile?" and message me, and I just like it really makes my day. I'm so thankful for all the people who enjoy my guides and who learn from them, and I really look forward to hearing that you guys are gaining rating and that you guys are able to beat matchups or do better against matchups that you had previous difficulty with. So yeah, that is all. And this is your most handsome assassin, SlackerInc Vile. Take care, boys.